I have one theme. It's overriding. Returning quarterbacks. Am I going to break stride for the SEC? Because
you have to.
Let's see. Because the two biggest names in the SEC typically, Georgia and Alabama, both have what?
New quarterbacks.
All right. So let's go to your Southeastern Conference predictions. Sir, here we go. Southeastern Conference. This is the conference that you're a fan of. This is your turf. Tell me about it, sir.
This is my turf. All right.
And you do have those two very aforementioned teams.
Yes, I got Georgia, Alabama. And honestly, I don't know if Alabama's going to make it. But I'm a homer. This is how far as my homer will take me. It's like, I am believing that we can do it. And this is the reason why. I think Alabama's about to go old school. All these new school, methodical, let's stretch everything out. Let's, play high offense, low defense kind of thing. I think it's going to be the reverse. Like you said in the Pac-12, Oregon might have the best defense in the Pac-12. Alabama will have the best defense in the SEC.
Oh, over Georgia.
Over Georgia.
Wow.
This year. Just because I think Georgia's lost a lot of players. I think the mentality's still there. I'm not shitting on Georgia. And maybe, you know what, I'm just feeding rat poisons to all the other teams. But there are a bunch of teams I am worried about. Arkansas is going to be cutthroat. Texas A&M has a bunch of talent. LSU is probably the most talented team we're going to play in that division. So we got our work cut out for us. As far as Georgia, they got a fucking easy-ass schedule. And they got time to figure out the quarterback and all that shit. So
you ain't lying,
they're
dude.
going to just walk into the SEC.
I don't want to hear shit about an SEC schedule
if you don't like
and
America,
shit.
then you can get it.
West Coast football is the kitties' titties.
This is Frank Meredith.
Oh shit! Hold on. Halt it up. And that's a great place to halt it too. Is in the SEC talk, baby. Because who is that? Your returning quarterback has tipped $17.76. He went All-American on us, baby. He or she, whoever it may be.
Kitty's titties.
And the kitty's titties, baby. I love
kitty's titties.
Oh, man, it's time to spin the drink wheel one more time, sir. If you're up for it. If you're not, you don't have a choice.
Do these people realize we drink before they start talking?
That's the only show prep we do. We start texting each other from the bar before the show, making sure that we're doing our job.
Yeah, I try to do some show prep.
He was talking about cutting the grass earlier, then I made sure he texted me that he went to get some margaritas. I was like, all right. Man, right. How many likes do we have, Adam?
9. It's still at 9.
We're still at 9 likes.
It's a free spin.
All right, around and around it goes. Where the drink wheel spins, you're about to know, man, where it lands. Another gulp. All right, I need to pour me a gulp. Here, I need some ice. But I don't have any down here. That's fine. I got good whiskey. It can be drank neat. Got my gulp ready, baby.
Frederick says he has Georgia, Alabama, Heat, and Atlanta. Georgia way too early 3-point favorite. I think way too early. It's a 7.5-point favorite easy.
All right, cheers. Here's our gulp.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, big gulp, son. All right.
All right. Thank you, whoever you are, your returning quarterback. I'll play off of the theme I've been having for this stream, man. So I like that. J Mills says SEC is Georgia and Ole Miss. Well, let's see if that's what I saw coming or not. I can't say that I agree with you, J Mills, King Ding-a-ling, sir.
I hope you don't.
I don't want to offend the crown, but yeah, I do not have Ole Miss, sir. And let the controversy begin because neither do I have Georgia. I have LSU and Tennessee.
Yeah, I like it.
In the SEC championship game, okay? Let me make this all make sense for you. I'm gonna make it all make sense for you, all right? LSU, what do they got that Alabama don't got? A returning quarterback. Now, LSU also got loads of talent on defense, loads of talent at receiver. They're going to be a damn hell of a challenge for Florida State in the first game. They are defending SEC West champions, and they're returning key pieces that Alabama are not. Gone is old Bryce Young. So, gonna be tough. Gonna be tough for Bama. It's gonna be tough for anybody in the SEC West. But I do have LSU returning to Atlanta as SEC West champions. Now, let me tell you why I got Tennessee. This is Tennessee's roadmap to the SEC championship. They're gonna go to Tuscaloosa and lose. You heard it here first. Alabama mad. Tennessee does not have a returning quarterback. They have a quarterback.
So you're saying we beat Texas, we beat Tennessee.
Yep, but you lose to LSU.
I'll take an LSU loss.
So that's
I'll take
tiebreaker.
one out of those three. Yeah.
That's conference.
That's the tiebreaker.
Conference tiebreakers. I have a
think
tiebreaker
LSU.
scenario here too, because I also think Tennessee loses to Alabama, but I think just like last year in true form, Georgia, with their new offensive coordinator and new quarterback, have to go to Knoxville, much like Bama did last year, and that's where, dude, let me tell you something, man. Milton can fucking throw the ball.
Yeah.
This guy,
80 yards from his knees.
dude, this guy has got
crazy.
a damn cannon of a fucking arm, man, and it looks silky smooth coming off of it. That's what you call his arm talent and his wrist talent, man. And he's got it.
Got
dude.
both.
It's a thing to behold. So look, they got great receivers. That Squirrel guy, I can't think of his last name off the top of my head. You don't need a last name when your name's Squirrel. So you can't catch his ass. And then they got the Oregon transfer, Deontay, what's his name, Thornton, 6'5" from Oregon. They're going to be beasts on the outside. The problem with Tennessee is they have their pass defense is what? Cheeks. Their pass defense was cheeks. It was like 100 and something last year. And like last in the SEC. It would be awful. It was awful. And it's got to get a little bit better, but I don't think it's going to be up to snuff necessarily. Yeah. So I think they lose to Alabama, but I think they take that one away from Georgia. And both of these teams make the SEC championship game on tiebreakers. Talk to me, toast me or roast me. There's some controversy right there. Every preseason publication you will see, including my co-host, will have Georgia #1 and in the Southeastern Conference Championship game. Toast me or roast me. What's up, chat? This is your chance. Co-host, Adam, tell me what's up. What I'm smoking, what I'm drinking, tell me. I need to lay off something. What's up?
You're the #1 team back-to-back years for a reason, and it's not the players, because you lose players every year,
right?
It's the coaching. It's the mentality. That's what Georgia has. They took everything Alabama built and brought it over to Georgia, and it's not a gripe I'm saying. I mean, that's Kirby Smart. He's like, dude, I know how to build a team. I looked at the guy. I'm younger. I'll take his staff, and I know exactly how to do it. My thing with the Tennessee thing, you're putting all your eggs on the Joe Milton basket.
Got to.
And what was he what am I trying to say? He wasn't drafted. I know I'm misspeaking right
recruited?
Now. He wasn't recruited by Tennessee.
Right.
But by Michigan, right? I don't know. He was recruited by another team.
I think it was I don't think it was Michigan. I think it was Big Ten team, but you might be right.
Big Ten, yeah. So he's recruited by Big Ten. Didn't make it there, so he transferred. So I question his accuracy, we know he has the fucking cannon. But so does so many other quarterbacks that we say, dude, why didn't you put the pieces of the puzzle together? Like, you could have been better than Tom Brady, because Tom Brady didn't have the arm strength as much of these guys do. But you don't have to have, it's not always arm strength.
Sure.
It's, I can read a fucking defense, and I know exactly 1, 2, and 3, my check downs and everything. So I'm not going to look made to look like a fool.
Well, Jay Mills says, I must admit, that would be an awesome conference championship game. I like that. Well, look, here's my thing about it. Neyland Stadium's a hell of a place to play.
Yeah.
Bama found out. Georgia's got to go there.
Right now, yeah.
Look, I think, I'm going to say it right now. I think Heupel is the new Lincoln Riley with quarterbacks.
Yep. I agree.
A Heisman candidate. Hendon Hooker would have won the Heisman last year. He didn't get hurt.
That's my thing. It's Hendon Hooker.
He would have won it had he not got hurt. But he got hurt.
He would have won it.
He would have won the Heisman had he not got hurt. Don't forget, there was a brief period where Tennessee was #1 in the nation last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They did lose some pieces on offense, but they, like I said, they got the transfer from Oregon.
Tillman, Hyatt.
I'm a fan of Squirrel, and I like their transfer receiver. It's going to be all offense, which is kind of antithetical to the SEC.
SEC, yeah.
But hey, what happened when Missouri came to the SEC? They won the East, first 3 years or something like that. You know, sometimes it works like that. But look, it's fine. There's just too many pieces changing at Georgia on offense. And look, it's easy for me to say, Vegas will tell you, every publication will tell you that Georgia is the favorite. And that's fine, they can be. I'm not afraid to go out there and tell you, look, tune into this show because you hear something different. And this is why. And continuity is a big thing. And when you go on the road to Neyland Stadium with a new offensive coordinator, learn new terminology and all this shit, you don't even know who the quarterback's going to be at Georgia right now. They got a good idea, but still, it's not been named. So,
and he's never been in front of 110,000. And
I saw Milton kick the shit out of I saw Milton kick the shit out of Clemson in the bowl game. I mean, beat the dog shit out of them. So I'm looking at that. I see you. So I think Heupel's the new Lincoln Riley. I think Tennessee is here to stay. If they get a defense, they can short that pass defense. Watch out. They are another fringe, if not in, playoff team for me. So let's check the chat real quick before we go any further. Let's say Jay Mills says if Tennessee beats Georgia, they will be in Atlanta. I agree. I know Milton is a returning QB, but it was the Hendon Hooker show last year. Of course. Yeah, he was not the returning starter. He did start the games at the end of last year. So actually, if you want to keep with my theme, he's got more returning starters experience than Georgia's QB will have. Frederick Meredith says Tennessee will make Georgia sweat a little bit, but I think they will be on the wrong end of a 38-22 final. That's a 16-point, 2 score, and it could happen. That could totally happen, Frederick. I just think that when you got amateur athletes and you're on the road in a place like Neyland, that matters. It mattered to Bama last year. Bama had more talent on every position just about in that game, but the crowd willed them to win that game. And then Frederick also says Tennessee has a very underrated stable of running backs too. I agree, sir. So without further ado, Adam, your SEC champion is Georgia Bulldogs, sir.
Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, honestly, Brock Bowers.
I love Brock Bowers.
Yeah. If he's not on your freaking future recruiting for next year's portal in your draft, then you don't know what you're talking about, because Brock Bowers he's the best tight end to come out of college football, and probably ever, actually. Well, I mean,
potentially
Gronk. Gronk wasn't that big of a name coming out. I mean,
that's true.
He was the biggest name coming out of as a tight end in college.
Fair enough.
Brock Bowers is that guy. So
can he go #1 overall?
No, he cannot go number one.
I agree.
overall.
Not in this
I wish he
quarterback
could.
class. Not in this quarterback class.
Yeah.
He can't.
No.
He can go top 10. He will go top 10
Oh, he'll go top 10. Yeah, he'll be a beast.
for sure. All right. So obviously we have different SEC champions. Roast us or toast us, chat. Don't take it easy on us, man. And if you're not watching this video live and you're catching a replay,
I'm doing the Mitch McConnell apparently.
just stand there. Just sit there for a minute, boy. We do not have the same champs. We had two entirely different teams in the conference championship game. So clearly I'm a different champion, and this is my SEC champion 2023. It's LSU. Returning quarterback. Dude. The defense they're going to put out there. The only
Jaden
question
Daniels?
mark LSU has is secondary, and like their entire secondary is like transfers that were all the highest secondary class in the nation in transfers. They just got them all in there. Now they're going to take some time. I think Florida State may or not beat him. May or may not beat him in the first week. It's going to be a hell of a game. But by the end of the seasons, by the time the season's getting time to a conference championship game, watch out for LSU. Brian Kelly has won that West in his first year.
Fuck that guy.
God, yeah, I know you mad, boy. I know you mad, man.
There's only a few guys I don't want to lose to, and that was one of them. Like, I just never want to lose to Brian.
And I say it's happening back to back, sir.
I don't think so, but I think that kind of in Nick Saban, like, he's more adamant about it than I am.
Well,
But you don't lose to that guy.
Well, let's let a little bit of insight, because look, we are big college football fans and we have lots of love for the game, but we do know certain things about other teams more than others. You are a Alabama fan. You know, you have your finger on the pulse of Alabama. Who's the quarterback going to be? Call it.
Milroe, I assume.
Milroe. Okay.
Yeah,
You don't like it. You don't seem like you like it.
I don't like it. But he is a running quarterback, and he could do some things. And I don't like it because of the Texas A&M game, but he was 11 of 19. He just had 3 turnovers. He had, I think, 2 fumbles and a pick that could have sealed the game. And he could have been on a different projection than I'm putting him on right now. But honestly, like, I mean, that's what it was. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at J Mill comment, boy.
that I had a stroke. I didn't have a stroke. I'm perfectly healthy. Somebody probably just hit my heart with the Alabama talk. It's SEC. It hurts a little bit.
Oh, man. Dude. Frederick talking about I got 12-1 Alabama and 12-1 Georgia getting to the playoffs with Bama getting in as the SEC champion. Wow.
I take 12 wins.
The Georgia
all
fan
year.
has Bama getting into the SEC championship as the champion, or
We have
winning the
12
SEC
wins,
championship.
We'll be in there. I don't think we have 12 wins, but if we do have 12 wins, we should be in there.
Wow. All right, we're getting close.